So hey guys, I wanted to drop this video off real quick before I go to work, okay? Because I just watched Jen Psaki's press conference, with all the reporters and answering all the questions because, she's going to answer all the questions when it should really be Joe Biden actually representing and coming and talking to the American people. But we already know what's going on there, so it has to be Jen Psaki. Anyway, I'm dropping this off real quick because I'm at the point where this is why I say I don't believe anything that I see, but I understand there are still casualties of war, however the war comes about. So let me first start and say this. To the people of Ukraine or Russia, I'm praying for your safety, and I hope, I'm just praying for your safety because when big government, leaders are coming together to make decisions, casualties of war are just simply casualties of war, but they're not. They're lives, and so I hope nobody gets hurt. But I do have to talk as an American because this is also my perspective as an American. I'm not over there, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially for greedy purposes, okay? So Peter Doocy, who's from Fox News, when he's at the White House press briefings, he always asks her, like, hard questions, and she gets really annoyed with him. And basically he's like, I'm confused as to how, we're supposed to be like going into like this situation with Russia, like Russia's supposed to be basically this bad guy, right? And I'm loosely quoting, but y'all are still talking about sitting down and working with Russia, like y'all are working with them in other aspects, like we're working with Russians or not, basically. And she's like, well, we have to still have diplomacy, even with countries that we have big conflict with, like China. We always say what they're doing to the Uyghur Muslims is not right, and we condemn them for it, but we still have to work with them. But this is different. This is not what China's doing to Uyghur Muslims, which that's terrible. But y'all are talking about some big conflict. I got to keep hearing how, Putin is a bad man and Putin is doing this bad and doing this bad or whatever. And if a person says, but I don't know, like, do we really need to get involved? Oh, you love Putin. You're a Putin Russian asset. Somebody called me like, I gotta laugh a little bit, but somebody called me a Putin disinformation something. I said, God darn, over here working. At least if I was, dang, I would get some money off of this. You wouldn't see me trying to hurry up and throw a video in because I gotta go to work, right? Okay. So anyway, but he's like, but I don't understand. Like and he's asking the question. It's almost like you could feel that he's actually crossed the boundaries of reporter who has to stay professional all the time, and he sounds like us, like, but I don't understand, like, we're working with them now, like, what's going on? And she said, again, it's for diplomacy. I mean, we have to work with them so that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. So I don't know. So who's gonna get the nuclear? I don't know. I don't know. They saying they're working with Russia because Iran is trying to get a nuclear weapon, so they have to work with Russia. So I guess what? Y'all gonna strengthen Russia so that Iran don't get the weapon? Like, what's the plan? How do you do that? How does that work? So then Peter's like, all right, well, what about all these sanctions y'all placing of me? I'm like, placing sanctions is now performative, but I understand how things work. We do things, for reasons, straight up and down. We do things to say that we're doing something. 2 weeks to slow the spread, put a diaper on your face. Yes, okay? So he's like, what's up with these sanctions? He said, because y'all saying, like, all right, we place sanctions. He's like, but they're not going to be, like, prepared until like 30 days from now. He's like, and the people of Ukraine, they having a hard time right now. So if y'all are trying to be strong with Russia, but they're getting hurt right now. And she's like, well, this is how it's done, basically. And, and she goes into somehow saying like, Joe, the president isn't going to send American troops to Russia and all this stuff. You don't have to. But so basically performative sanctions, or we place hard sanctions on Russia. We place hard sanctions, and they're not even going to kick in until 30 days. What are y'all planning? Because I know still my gas prices are going to go up, right? I know still. They keep talking about Russia's going to do a cyber attack on Ukraine. Are they going to cyber attack here? Is that what y'all planning to say? You know, these are concerns, and we have to pay attention. All right, Casey, but what can we do about it? Like I always say, be prepared. But you know what? It's you know what? You know why I'm always gonna call this out? They told me the adults were back in the White House. That's what they told me. I had never had to worry about this stuff in the last 4 years of the last administration, but they told me they said the adults were back in the White House. They said that Trump was Putin's best friend, but yet Joe Biden removed sanctions that Trump put on Russia. He made him stronger. And then when I'm like, all right, well, maybe he's going to reverse the sanctions on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and place him back. Yeah, but in 30 days, they'll probably whatever, right? Whatever. Somehow people it's going to be the people, whether it's people in Ukraine getting hurt or people here getting their prices raised. It's us who take the brunt. It's not cool. I have to get bigger words. We're paying attention now, though. People are paying attention. See, gone are the days where I'm sure, and I'm not dumb enough to think that this is the first administration who said we have an enemy, but still worked with the enemy in the back end. I'm not dumb enough to think that. But the difference is now we have the internet, and so we're able to debunk a lot of things a lot faster. Gone are the days where they do things and they're emboldened. But now she's just saying it like, yeah, well, we're still going to work with them. Now what? But mind you, I got to hear Kamala Harris says when America fights for her principles, we got to incur some costs. What principles? Y'all are still dealing with this man. So why do I have to incur costs? You know? Why? It's enough is enough. Like, it really makes you feel like that. Anyway, we're going to see how it goes the next week because I'm already looking at the gas prices, you know, and I'm hearing like, I take what I see for face value. I don't want anybody to get hurt over there. But I'm, you know, more bombs are going off and people, you know, things were happening. And I don't know who it's coming from. I'm going to keep it all the way funky. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to say I'm just going to leave it right there. I don't know who it's coming from. But I know people get hurt no matter who the bombs are coming from. People get hurt, you know? So, and we don't want that. We don't want that. And we don't want us fighting for America's principles. Yeah, okay. I feel very betrayed by this administration, and I'm going to call it out because I was told that the adults are back in the White House, and in a year, look how far we've escalated into a lot of different things, okay? So you guys, thank you for coming over, and I'll see you guys at the next video. I got to hurry up and get out of here, go to work. Bye.